Hello, this is Myesha, Peiyu, and Wenqing. Our final project is to design a new learning experience for history learners in high school and help them more actively involved in the discussion on both history and current events. Our design involves a combination of social media platform, online learning community, and school classes. We chose this topic because a lot of high schoolers don't see the meaning of history learning because of the endless memorizations of date and events. So in this presentation, we'll discuss more about our target audience and the learning problems, and the learning targets and assessments of our design, and the key features, and also the theories behind our design. Our target audience will be students from grade 9 to 12 because most of them have history classes at school, and most of them are willing to try different kinds of social media and online learning platforms to enhance their history learning and also listen to different people's perspectives, and they're all mature enough to use these platforms responsibly. The main learning problems are the students don't know how to connect the facts they learned in history classes to the current events they care about in their everyday life, and also they don't have the opportunity to look at the events and listen to different people's opinions around the world instead of just listening from their teachers and peers. Our first learning target is contextualize. We want students to participate in a debate during the class so that they can use the historical events they learned in the class to support their own opinions and perspectives, and they can also better contextualize the content they've learned by sharing and exchanging ideas with their peers in the class and also users from other online platforms. Before you go to school, students will need to watch related history lessons on Khan Academy and also check other people's thoughts and ideas on Twitter. The more they are prepared before they go to class, it is more likely for them to get engaged and develop an interest to discuss during the class, which is great for their future learning at school.
Hi, it's Myesha. So with our second outcome, we focus on saying. Within that, we wanted students to be both empowered and equipped to discuss historical events that are happening around the world with a key attention to the important people, policies, and countries or contexts that were incredibly important to these events. In addition, we also wanted students to be able to engage with the popular theories and opinions that were associated with the historical and current events that they were most interested in. In doing so, we knew that they would be able to draw connections between causes and impacts, but also develop well-formed arguments about these events. In order for students to accomplish this, we wanted to integrate some social media platforms to achieve their learning objectives. The two that we selected were Twitter and Khan Academy. Twitter is a more popular social media platform that connects people all around the world, while Khan Academy focused more specifically on how people learn. Within our design, we wanted students to use Twitter as a platform for sharing their opinions and developing them, but also engaging with the diverse opinions of others. We expected that they would engage with individual user accounts, but also organizational accounts and theory accounts. The videos on Khan Academy would then be a more strategic supplement to the learning that students were already having in their classrooms. We were incredibly excited by the different language options that would make history learning more accessible to users around the world, but also the structure of the program as a history and education supplement. In our design, we took a flipped classroom approach. We wanted students to watch the 10-minute videos on Khan Academy, to view as much as they could on Twitter and to engage with folks on these topics, but to also read their textbooks and then come to the classroom prepared to ask more critical questions.
For the design part, students will use Twitter to follow history learning related accounts, historian, politicians, etc., and explore people's thoughts on historical events. Students are also able to learn ideas and strengthen their thoughts from different perspectives and develop their own thoughts. After learning from Khan Academy at Twitter, students will bring their insight into the class and share through debate. Students will be used what they learn from historical event and what's good, what's not good to critique on a current social issue. Also, they will need to apply what they have learned from history and social media platform to the debate. After the class, students will post their new findings and new thoughts back to the Khan Academy learning community, which under the tips and thanks feature. Also by Twitter, by a class shared a Twitter account.
Greenhow inspires us to engage in online discussion and debate in order to facilitate participatory culture. Bull et al. Say, quote, informal learning experiences outside school offer a potential bridge between social media and academic content, end quote. We wanted to integrate this into our design by combining the students' learn experiences in their brick and mortar classrooms with the informal learning that they receive online through Twitter and Khan Academy. Louise et al. Advocate for how our design should, quote, support not only the co-creation of media, but also the co-creation of meaning, end quote. We took this to mean that our design should integrate platforms that allow students to learn from the perspectives and evidence debates of others, but also to develop their own criticisms and opinions about the topics they're discussing. Gresham et al. Emphasized the importance of diverse perspectives. We took this to our design to understand that we need to have students engaging with the social world around them, but also learning from it in order to create their own evidence debates.
It is necessary to define an accurate problem from selected target audience, rather than just guessing the needs from designer's perspective. It is also meaningful to learn supportive theory to deal with different situations in order to come up with effective supportive action, which could lead to the desired outcome carried by the final design product.
Peiyu and I worked on the midterm together, so this is our collective reflection. The highlights are that we wanted to get more granular in our approach of thinking about our learning targets and our specific objectives we wanted to achieve, but we also wanted to think with more intentionality about the learning platforms we were using and how they were facilitating student learning more purposefully.